The history of Tamil Nadu and Kerala covers over a span of 4,000 years, during which the region saw the rise and fall of many numbers of dynasties and emperors. But those regions are majorly conquered by Chera, Chola, and Pandyas. Now we are going to see how South was never conquered by any other invaders and how the region was majorly ruled by these three kingdoms. Hello guys, this is 10 Reasons Why and here we go for the video. Before going through these reasons, we must know about the southern part of India. This part consists of present Tamil Nadu, Kerala and some part of Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra. And these three kings was popularly known as Moovendar of South India. But the sad and truth was they are not even in our textbooks. Well, that's another issue. Before going through these reasons, if you like the video, please do subscribe to our channel. The three kingdoms consist of huge army power and they are holding the best navy force in their period. They also conquered the outdoor of India. For example, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Singapore and Maldives. So that's why they are able to defend themselves from invasions. These emperors have been very friendly to other emperors. For example, Chola dynasty had mutual friendly agreement with Mauryan kingdom in some period of time. Likewise, they are creating relationship with other emperors too and defend themselves from invasions. Other emperor was not able to conduct an effective military campaign to the southmost tip of the India because in between there was a huge obstacle called Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. So the army was not able to travel across these regions to conquer. Another main thing is most of the invasions held at northern part of India, but this Tamil Nadu and Kerala was situated at southern region and it was surrounded by water on three sides and relatively peaceful region. Unlike North India, this Tamil Nadu and Kerala region has totally different languages, so people are loyal to their respectful dynasties. North India is having mostly Hindi speaking community, so it was easy to unify there, but it will not work in South India. At the time of Maratha Emperor, the biggest threat was Mughal. So Maratha Emperor was more keen in conquering North India than South. Mughal Emperor created Delhi as capital. For conquering, an emperor should take capital on control first. Hence, Maratha Emperor moved towards North India. So the South was escaped from huge army of invasion. At Mauryan times, people had very less information about southern region. At that time, science and technology was not so much progressive. So, it is very difficult to influence without any information. In Mughal time of ruling, southern part of India also have very strong emperors like Chera and Pandya. This both ruling state have position to resist. Majority of the rulers loves the northern part of India because it's huge and its worth. They don't care about South India because they thought it was only a small region with some wasteland. Mostly other emperor feared about Moovendars. Throughout the Sangam literature, ancient Tamilagam was mentioned as a warring nation. The Moovendar, that is Chera, Chola, and Pandya, were constantly warring among themselves for dominance. But every time when an external force tried to invade Tamilagam and Kerala, they joined forces and defeated them. And finally, there are some significant exceptions. This Tamil Nadu and Kerala was sometimes ruled by Kalabras, Pallavas, Vijayanagar Emperor and Delhi Sultanate. But that's not a big issue because they are not even sustained. From 3rd century to 15th century, these three kingdoms of Chera, Chola and Pandyas gives beautiful history and culture to these people. These three crowned kings mold highly expanded society with a strong economic background. I hope you like this video and thanks for watching. Do subscribe to our channel for more updates. Thank you.